So, Tower of King's Nightmare. Today, 3 are geared. I didn't get to see exactly which ones are geared and what sylphs they have. Everything's thrown off because of this Hall of Fame event. Everybody was buffing up and all kinds of crazy shit. So, we'll see what happens. Last time there were 3 geared. I ran with Robbie, Goddess Freya, and one other person I can't remember, and we were able to beat it without too much trouble. But a different team today. We'll see what happens. A little bit lower BR. Bringing Corrin with us, then, so I'm not 100% sure. They might kill him off rather quick, but we'll see what happens. So when I do TOK, I always equip both my AoEs. If I'm doing a hard one, like it is right now.
Man, looks like everybody's dressed in here. Shit.
Then I will equip my scatter shot as well to get rid of shields and stuff like that. And then I equip incendiary to try to throw that out before they sylph, but obviously that's just not going to happen right now. With all the rage stealing. I'm using my Athena because Athena gives you magic defense boost, and also it's magic attack, so versus knights it's good. If I was using Hercules, plus it gives AoE attacks. If I was using Hercules, since they're both using Hercules, all my damage would be lowered considerably. And Hercules only has a single attack, so that makes it a bit more of a pain in the ass as well. I think Robbie uses his Hades. He really likes Hades, but I think he uses his mainly because it has that nice heal thing on it. There's one thing I've really learned to hate in this game, it's a Deflect Astral. A guy on the R2 servers named Cool Hot that when he hits me hardly does any damage at all, but I lose almost every time to him to his Deflect Astral. I don't know how he gets it to procure as often as he does, but I'll get sometimes 3 or 4 hits in a row that will deflect back and do 50,000 and then 75,000 damage against me. Like I said, when he hits me, hardly does any damage at all. And he also equips a Triton, so he just sits there and heals himself over and over, throws up Night Shield, uses Healing Rune, goes into Triton, uses his heals over and over. And he's a very annoying person to fight. But I mean, hey, if that's what works for him, if hitting weak but letting people kill themselves on Deflect is what works for you. I don't see that as being very effective in things like class wars, but in Battleground, Sure. Let's get rid of this Apollyon shield here. I tried equipping in a Deflect Astral for a while just to test it out, but as far as I can tell with Deflect, it doesn't work as well with archers. It seems to work the best with knights, and then seems to work pretty good for mages, and then works okay for archers. But I think that actually may be by game design, because if you think about it, knights are supposed to be the defensive class, and having a Deflect Astral is a defensive Astral. So it would make more sense that it works better for knights. Although it's only supposed to be 10% for the 10% chance to activate. Knights get it a lot more than 10%. Like I said, I've had sometimes 4 or 5 times in a row versus Cool Hot that damn thing activates. Was fighting him yesterday, and I killed him, but Deflect killed me, so of course he gets the win. I don't know why that is, but killed me, and then I tried chasing him down again. He ran away. And the reason I'm using Arrow Strike here is just I saw that they had the Rage Steel up, and I would rather use a weaker turn and not lose it than pull up my Incendiary and then have them steal my Rage and I lose 2 turns, which sometimes happens because it just glitches like everything else in this game. Not too bad so far. 5 is normally where the difficulty jumps up quite a bit, though. So, we'll see how this goes. But, yeah, I've gotten a lot of messages asking for me to record this when 2 or 3 people are geared. And there have been a few times when there have been people geared, but Robbie tends to like to run his stuff as soon as possible, so I don't always catch him before he runs all his stuff. If you have more ideas or anything that you'd like to see on video, as always, just message me, let me know. I'll do my best to accommodate. Oops. Why is myself not activating? No, that's just bugger all, isn't it? This might hurt a bit. 3 of them with a special on. And that took so long to activate my shit that I can't use my special now. I don't know why that does that sometimes. This game can get very frustrating in the ways that things don't work. My dude's just sitting here and sitting here. Come on, dude, do something. Oh, I wish I could Chaos Rune that heal before he did it, but oh well. Oh, this will be easy enough. He hasn't been stunned yet. So, that concludes that. Like I said, if there's anything you want to see, if you have any questions for me, things I'm still planning on doing. A crit versus enhanced will destroyer testing, just to show the difference in that. I can already tell you right now that if you have a good crit build, you're going to do a lot more damage than enhanced will destroyer, but I'll talk more about that on the when I actually do it, when I get around to doing it. Have the astral already, just have to incorporate my determination astral into it, make that level 10, and then show everything. And let me see, I had, for people that keep asking about my crit video, I had several days worth of videos and my computer crashed and I lost all the videos, but as many of you that follow me regularly will already know, I've posted it in a few different places that the best that I can figure out is that your crit needs to be 20% of either your physical attack or your magic attack, you know, depending on which class you are, of course. So once you get your crit at 20% of your attack, that should give you about an 80% crit rate. It will get thrown off a little bit when you go into Sylph mode, and somebody was asking me about this, why Sylph mode crit rate goes down. I'm not 100% sure on that, but from what what makes sense to me, so I think this is how it works, is since when you go into Sylph mode, it uses your stats and adds your Sylph's stats to yours, that it's basically increasing your attack by quite a bit, but Sylphs don't have a crit stat. So basically your crit rate is going down because your attack is increasing but your crit is not. And going back to the 20% thing, if you have more than 20%, then it will lower your crit rate. I had I don't know, I had like 30% crit, 30% of my attack. I had 26,000 crit and my crit rate was horrible. I dropped it down to 20k, which is about 20%, and I'm getting about 80% crit rate now. So yeah, I won't be doing a recording on that. I had far too many hours of testing and stuff like that. There's not really a good way to show it. But if you have people in your guild or friends or whatever asking, hey, do you know how crit works? Yeah, the best that I could figure out was that it would be 20% of your attack. So aside from that, can't think of anything else. So thank you for joining me. I'm on wartune.com, server 153.